York fans. I waited all day on Monday, hoping that I'd get some good news to bring you about Bowen getting fired, and only wanted to make this video talking about how his keychains is not going to work, but that is not the case. More on that later. Another week, another heartbreak. The Giants lose again. This time 34-24 to the 49ers, and I don't even know how to feel anymore. I'm running out of emotions. This team has sapped me of everything I have. They opened the game with a touchdown. Dart came out slinging. And for a moment, I thought, all right, against backup, this is what we need to do. But then the same old Giants showed up. By halftime, it's 17-7, and we're watching Graham Gano miss a kick that could have made it 17-10. Instead, MetLife Stadium was full of red and gold and 49ers fans everywhere. The building was taken over. Giants fans, I get it. You're serious about change. You're hitting the ownership where it hurts, in the pocket. And I'm all for it, because I'm sick of this. Let's start with the offense. Jaxon Dart, the rookie mind you, played his guard out. 24 for 33, 191 yards, 2 touchdowns, 107 QBR, 8 carries for 56 yards and a rushing touchdown. That's 3 total touchdowns for the kid. Doing everything he can to keep this team in the game, putting them on his back. For all intent and purposes, it was the Dart and Burns show. Dart's placement was spot on. He hit the guys right in the hands. He's showing poise, command, and maturity way beyond his rookie years. And yet, it feels like he's doing this alone. We're failing this kid, and it's only his rookie season, and that is downright depressing. The running back room clearly missed Cam Scatterbull. There was just something missing. Devin Singletary stepped up with 8 runs for 43 yards, surprisingly, right? He was solid, but Tyrone Tracy, man, I thought he'd be the X factor. Instead, this man was invisible. When Scatterbull's gone, we lose that heartbeat. Singletary ran hard, but Tracy looked hesitant, like he didn't trust the line. And speaking of receivers, man, don't get me started. Theo Johnson dropped everything after his first touchdown. Darius Slayton, bro, Dart's placement was perfect, hitting him right in the hands, right in the midst, and he found new ways to drop them. Meanwhile, Gunnar Olszewski comes off the bench, runs better route than everybody else on offense. He actually showed that he cared. There was a big deal that was made about Ray McLeod. He had 1 catch. That's all we got. Moving on. Because I won't waste your time talking about this loser. We should start the Hands of Stone Club. Slayton's out there catching contracts, not passes. We're paying him more than we were willing to pay Saquon Barkley. Make it make sense. And somehow, he's 16th all-time in Giants receiving yards and only needs 77 yards behind Jeremy Shockey. I don't even know how that's possible. Longevity over production, I guess. Gunnar is a guy fighting for a roster spot. Looked hungrier than the entire wide receiver room. Let that sink in. And I'll give Wandale Robinson his flowers. He's a great slot corner. Tough, reliable, smart, but he's a wide receiver 3, maybe a 2 on a good team. And when we're out here asking him to do a lot more than that. And that's not fair to him or to us fans. If Joe don't wake up and invest in Dart's future before tomorrow's deadline, defensively, where do I even start? The Giants gave up 105 points, over 1,000 yards in the last 9 quarters. 9 quarters. That's not bad. That's fireable. I've been screaming this for months. They played a ton of base against San Francisco's heavyset, which means more Raheem Nunez-Roches and more Robert Harrison. To Nacho's credit, he had a big sack that should have pushed the 49ers back out of the goal range in halftime. That was the only big spot. But outside of that, quiet. Way too quiet. Kayvon Thibodeau was quiet. Abdul Corder, just a fumble recovery manufactured by Burns. And yeah, I get it. Mac Jones was getting the ball out fast, but elite guys finds a way. Tip a pass, force a bad throw, something that Burns did. You know, the possible defensive player of the year whose talent we keep on wasting. Instead, it's just arms up after every slant, no pressure, no disruption, no fire. They made this loser look like prime Tom Brady, and I don't know how do you even do that? And then there's Dexter Lawrence. Dude, what a letdown coming off of that attention last week. Facing a vulnerable interior offensive line, he disappeared. People were calling him out, and I was sitting there thinking, yeah, nah, this was his moment. This man's about to come out, and he's about to eat. He turns 28 next week, and this was the moment. The moment to make a statement. Instead, he got silenced. Bro, pick up your respect from the dry cleaners before somebody else finds it for you. Because right now, you're an embarrassment. I don't know how else to say it to you, bro. And you already know who I'm coming for after, all right? Defensive coordinator Shane Bowen. This man should have been gone after week 3 against the Cowboys. But somehow he's still cashing checks. Every week, it's the same story. Misassignments, no adjustments, no identity. It all comes back to coaching. The Giants went into the fourth quarter down 20-10. By the time the clock hit 4 minutes left, it was 34-27. Sure, the final score was 34-24, but that score was lying. The game was never that close. We were outmatched, outcoached, and out-hustled. Jaxon Dart deserves better. The fans deserve better. We can't keep making excuses. Not the defense, not for the coaching, not for ownership. MetLife was filled with 49ers fans because Giants fans have had enough. And maybe that's what it's going to take to make some changes. You gotta hit them where it hurts. And their pockets. Because right now, I'm running out of emotions for this team to feed on. John Mara, get well soon. This has been Gene Sandin with the G-Man Command Post. If you made it this far, hit that like button, drop your thought down below, and let's talk about how this season can be safe before it's too late.